Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I chose to go down the Angel Path. I think for entertainment purposes, that I may go back through all that dialogue again for both of the other paths, just so you can see the reaction. Like if you choose hero, legendary hero, what the Iomide and Noctilia's actions are, and also if you choose the dragon path, what their reactions are, so that you can at least see the entertainment value of that. And we'll keep going down the angel path at least for this part of it. All right. So you'll probably see some redundant things that I'll publish for different paths, just so you can see, since that seems to be a sort of a crucial point in the game, you can see what the three paths would look like, and we'll go forward from here. All right, so we got done doing our mythic upload, whatever we had to do, and now we're just suddenly in the throne room. We magically were transported to the cathedral, and now we're magically transported back to our throne room. Did put up a message saying 2 days passed, so 2 days passed, and they managed to completely rebuild Dresden in 2 days. So I have got the engineers from, I don't know, some other plane showed up and just rebuilt the entire city. So it's crazy. Anyway, so we're going to go forward from here. If you'd like to see the thumbs up button, really, see, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notify bell, be notified, upload videos into our scheduled streams. And here we go. Anivia bounds up to you, rubbing her tired eyes, but with a wide smile plastered on her face. I can't believe it. Victory, and what a victory. Light has returned to Dresden, and the demons are running crying back to their demon mommies. Dresden's been lost again and again, but again and again, we win it back. You win it back, Commander. For light, for truth, for life. Yeah. Okay, what's the city like now? It's been cleared of demon and is shining bright as a temple with 1,000 candles. I don't think it looked this good even back when it was first founded. We knocked back the demons, but they could return and continue tormenting the innocent. You betcha. Ha, those scum didn't know who they were messing with. Oh, that's the situation at the front. Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raising the sword of valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word of her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taken his even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons. We don't know, and I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. Of course not. That's the game, Anivia. Come on. I gotta go rescue the queen again. Lan, we must go rescue the queen. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere. The Ivory Labyrinth, I'll bet. And they keep opening portals to different spots, dropping off a dozen units, and closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I'd care to admit before we figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. Okay. That's just... there was a message up there. I think something's been revealed to me. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get to one of those portals in time. You could be ready for them somehow, so that when one opens, you get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. Okay. How do you guys feel after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After whistling that side, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. You've never been surprised yet, Anivia. You dared to go against the goddess. She forgave you. My mind can't comprehend it. Mirabeth laughs awkwardly. I was worried your impudence would be the death of us all, but now I think that you are strong enough to stand against the abyss even without Heaven's help. But I still have Heaven's help. Yeah, Motasafin. I have to find that blighter. Scouts reported there was a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They were marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkonian holy place there, I heard. But where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us, that's for sure. At least not yet. Okay. Any idea where I should look for Aureliu? Not especially. She's roaming the abyss all the time. But now that avenue's closed to her. Nocticula and the other demon lords are slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here in the wound, but some nasty little place... like is, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. Okay, so we'll have to find her. Okay, thank you. I was setting off without delay. That's a lie. I have people to level up and stuff. Okay, so we're done with Anivia. Go on and fly. Chase the demons away from us. Now I know for sure the 5th Crusade will be the last. It's all over for the fiends. They finally met an enemy they could never see coming. They've never seen coming. That's not true. Just do one thing for me. Come back to Dresden if you can. Folks are drawn to your light. Those who are left coming back are coming back, and new people are arriving. They need someone to tell them what to do. They need someone to show them. They need someone to lead them forward. Okay. Alright, more people. Here comes idiot skating forward. Virgil looks slightly more tense than usual. Dren608. I have fairly important news. I will do my best to be brief. The Hell Knight orders have not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my latest report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. The very notion that we have been cooperating with a weapon forged by Aurelio Vorlesh and Nocticula has caused discontent. The orders have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignments and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts. The one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue between the orders and the Crusaders. This is a matter of importance. Reporting this to the orders would be a good idea. You think I could withhold this information from my superiors? Do not degrade me or yourself by such a ridiculous suggestion. What kind of reaction should I expect from the Hell Knights? Any up to and including a formal declaration of war, which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve the issue before it devolves into open conflict. Okay, I'll go there whenever. It's another quest. That is all I had to report, so I'll return to my duties. You may attend to your other affairs. And another. Alright, now we've got Aru. Dren608 gazes you despondently. She always speaks quietly, but now her voice is barely audible whisper. In my dream, a fire destroyed almost everything. The only thing that survived was a table. I returned to my dream world so many times. The nightmare still lurks there, but I want to understand why this table is so important. Why did it survive the fire? I can't figure out what makes it special. It looks like a simple piece of furniture. It just stands there. What is it supposed to mean? What am I doing wrong? Is your nightmare still attacking you? Not openly. It still lurks in the shadows, gnawing at myself from within. Never leaves me alone, but it hasn't tried to fight me again. Maybe Desna can help you? She was the one who asked me to solve it. I don't think she's going to tell me the answer. I must find it myself, but how? Where did this table come from? Where did she come from? She lives thoughtfully. Oh, I remember now. There was a loaf of bread on that table. That was Anivia's dream, remember? She said you wanted to learn how to bake. The bread went up in flames along with all the other dreams, but the table remained. This table came from Anivia's dream. Maybe you should talk to her? Been living among mortals for a while, but there's still so much I don't understand about your kind. How you live, what you dream about. You're right. We should ask Anivia. It's part of her dream, after all. It's a good idea, but foot reluctantly. Could you please talk to her instead? I don't even know how to begin a conversation like this. It's so personal. Please ask her, and I will stay nearby. Oh, she's right there. Now what? Okay. Where the hell am I at? I got magically teleported to my bedroom. It's teleporting me around my citadel. I have no idea what the hell is going on. Commander, the Inquisitor greets you with a bow. I'm sincerely gladdened by your return, and I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It's a shame that my duty was kept me away from the front line. I would like to take up a place in the ranks of your Crusaders, and perhaps I will still have a chance to do so. Before that happens, we must address another issue. Well, this must be about, you've already guessed that what has brought me here. We parted ways after the discovery we made at Count Arende's estate. Yeah, this is, Darren. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit for an unknown entity, which I would call the Other, in quotes. I retreated to Narosan, I don't know how to pronounce that, and then went beyond Mendev's borders, looking for mentions of such entities and ways to fight them. Now that my search has borne fruit, I am ready to tell you about it. Why did it take so long? Because we are dealing with a rare phenomenon, a true anomaly. Mendev Inquisition has amassed substantial experience in fighting demons, but we are up against something completely different. I had to trawl through our archives searching for cases that seemed in any way similar. I sent inquiries to friendly temples and reached out beyond our nation's borders to experts on the unknown. It was dull and painstaking work, but it was necessary. Did you go talk to Jubilist? Jubilist would know. So what have you learned about the Other? I must be honest, I still don't know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents. Individuals who, in a horrible moment in their life, become a gateway for an unknown entity. Okay? The most curious part is that all these cases appear almost sequential. They happen in various corners of Galarian, but no two incidents ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one that has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateways, in quotes, on occasion. While I do not know what this entity is, I managed to find something of great value. A Varisian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory. Her head was never found. Oh, another one of these severed head things. But her notes survived, including the description of the ritual. I have discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic. Did you talk to Jubileus? And I am inclined to consider this a reliable weapon. We can use the ritual to lure the entity out, bind it, and probably exterminate it. But to do that, I'll need your assistance, Commander. How dangerous is it? It's extremely dangerous, which is why I've come to you with this. All the evidence I've collected on the other, in particular the list of its victims, which include powerful demons and strong mortal mages, make me certain that we are dealing with something extraordinary here. It is stronger and more dangerous than Balor's and other generals of the Abyss. Okay, wonderful. Stronger than a Balor. I also expect that the oracle powers the Count has developed come from the other. As a rule, only gods, imperial lords, and other extremely powerful beings capable of granting such abilities. I know of no one except you who could challenge such an entity, so I'm asking you to help for the safety of all who dwell in Galeria. I believe that we can shore up our strategic position if the other doesn't suspect we are preparing a trap until the very last moment. Even the most dangerous creatures become more vulnerable when caught off guard. Main thing we must do is take a methodical approach and stay alert. I think that is within our abilities. This entity is dark and truly evil. The evidence in my instincts as an inquisitor are undeniable. Wherever the other manifests itself, strange, ominous things begin to happen. In particular, I am positive that it is responsible for all the magically decapitated corpses. Ones that were found at Heaven's Edge after the tragedy, and in Canabras after Discari's attack. In both places, some of the corpses belonged to civilians, others to demons, and in Canabras, some of the victims were cultists. Amidst the others pursuing some interest of its own, and thus far it is ruthlessly exterminating any who learn of its existence. Now you and I know that it exists. Draw your own conclusions. Okay. Can't we just slam the gateway shut and leave the other on the other side? We can, by killing the Count. But firstly, I'm not sure that the other won't try to protect this gateway, and in that case we would have to face it unprepared. And secondly, I'm opposed to the idea in principle. Okay. Sometimes inquisitors make hard decisions. I have made a great many in my lifetime. For instance, I can kill a person possessed by demons. If he or she is at an imminent risk of taking many lives, then I have no time to perform an exorcism. But in this instance, the situation is not so critical. We have a way of fighting the other. I will not agree to commit cold-blooded murder, not even the murder of someone as disgraceful as Count Arende. Alright, what do we need to do? It's going to be another quest. Just carefully prepare the ritual and then bring Count Arende to the designated location. The ritual will lure the other, weaken its connection to the Count, and bind its essence to our world like an anchor. Last part is especially important. All the evidence indicates that while the gateway is active, the other can travel freely between the material plane and some unknown space that lies beyond. If we fail to bind the other with the ritual, it will either escape or, in the worst case scenario, drag us into its realm. Hence, we must lure it out and then, I suppose, defeat it. Suppose? I would hope so. There's one more issue. Aside from the fact that we'll have to fight this incredibly powerful and horrifying creature, the other suspicion must not be aroused until the very last moment, and this means that the Count must know nothing as well. First action would be to take the Count to a designated location without telling the reason for the journey. Then we must frighten him and make it appear that his life is in danger. The other will believe that its gateway is in peril, and then, I hope, it will show up to protect it. The ritual circle will work as a trap, but it's a crucial, and I stress this, that we convince the entity that we know nothing of its existence, that it is Darien who is in danger, not the entity itself. Otherwise, there is no knowing what may happen, and I don't want to give the adversary any chance to outmaneuver us. You have a special connection with your companions, Commander. You shared part of your mythic powers with them. They journeyed through the abyss with you and survived to tell the tale. I believe the other understands this. It also must understand how dangerous it would be if it were to become not a benefactor, but an enemy to its gateway. I am certain that it will react to a threat coming from you, as opposed to ordinary encounters with demons and cultists. Okay, I'll help you. I do like the fact that they say I don't want to be a part of this. Now let's go over the entire operation once more. I'm convinced that we must lure out the other somewhere far from Dresden and other populated places to avoid civilian casualties. I have chosen a suitable location within a world wound. Wonderful. I'll mark it on your map. You must bring the Count there without alerting him to what's about to happen. I assume that another foray into the world would hardly raise his suspicion. The trap for the other has been revealed. And there's another quest. I will await you there with the ritual circle prepared, but before we reach the crucial moment, you must make the Count and the other believe that the Count is in danger. The easiest way to do that would be to tell him that you made a deal with the Mendev Inquisition and the Count will have to face punishment for his crimes, real or imaginary. I'll find a way to intimidate him, but you must play along. We need to provoke the other to come out to protect its gateway. That's when we finish it off once and for all. Okay. This case will be my greatest triumph or my greatest failure, but I firmly believe that it must be done. Remember my words, the other must be convinced that we are not a threat to the Count, and that we know nothing of its existence. His slightest suspicion could prove fatal for us. Until we meet again, Commander, and may the gods be with us. And go away. Disappear. Right? Okay. Now what? Lathamus. A pale, ghostly image appears in front of you. You recognize Lathamus the Antiquarian, the scholar you helped some time ago. His translucent form flickers intermittently, and you have difficulty making out his words. Commander, it's Themis. I won't be maintained spell for long. Open the door. Treasure room. Please hurry. Did you manage to run it? Waiting on your help. Okay, I guess I'm on my way. Vision flickers and fades. Okay. And I gotta go to the Dragon Barrier. Ta-da! We're done. Oh, that took 15 minutes. Supposedly 2 days passed, but I still have 6 minutes on my death ward. How does that work, huh? How does that work? Okay. Let's go ahead and finish off part of Aru's thing here. We can talk to Anivia right away, right? That'll advance Aru's dream thingy. Ha! Look who it is. Hi. Do you remember when I asked you about your dream? You said you wanted to learn how to bake bread. Could you tell me more about that? Is this for Arushale? Uh-huh. I can see you. You can come on out. Smiles at the half-hidden succubus bashfully emerging from her hired place. Now isn't that better? Anyway, back to bread. Amy sighs pensively, her eyes gazing into the distance. When I was just a little snot-nosed my mom hid me from our enemies in a temple of Desna. Nidell, my birthplace, is a horror show. If it crumbled... Here, pause and read that. It's a horror show. It crumbled into the sea. Tomorrow I wouldn't throw a party. I'd throw a party. The temple was a tiny oasis of peace and calm, hidden away from inside all that. Folks in the temple knew how to laugh. They'd sing songs as they did their needlework. And in the mornings they'd bake the most fragrant bread in the whole world. I could barely see over the table, but I stand and watch as the cook mixed the dough, formed it into rounds, put them in the oven. It's the happiest memory of my life. Well, for the crappy part of my life, up until I met Beth, of course. Then when I bailed on that, I did all kinds of scummy jobs. I crawled through marshlands, I scrambled over rooftops, I waded through sewers, I spied, I tracked, I killed. And that memory was the thing that kept me going when I was sitting up to my eyeballs in gore or dragging myself through the slums with an arrow in my side. I remembered the smell of that bread, the crunch of the crust, how it burned my little fingers. I remembered how happy I was back then. Commander, have you thought about what you'll do after we win? I'm gonna die, Anivia. I have to sacrifice myself to close the world one. We already figured this out. I mean, once we smashed the demons, closed the world one, hung up our weapons, I'm not gonna be here. What then? I know my war will be well and truly over the morning I get up, mix up dough, and put it in the oven. I'm gonna sit there and watch it rise. And then the smell of fresh bread will wake Irabeth, and she'll come into the kitchen, and I'll break her off a steaming, fragrant piece. That's when I truly know in my gut that the crusade's over, that our peaceful life has begun. Rushale listens to Anivia with rapt attention. When Anivia finishes, the succubus is silent for a long time, then briskly wipes her eyes. Thank you, Anivia. Desna bless you. I think I understand now. I think I truly understand. Rushale turns to you. You see a sparkle of hope in her eyes again, something that's been missing ever since your last visit to the world of dreams. Dren608, we need to go there again, to the dream world. Now I know how to solve the riddle. Please come speak to me in private as soon as you can. Not waiting for your answer, she walks away. Bye-bye, Aru. Okay, so we've advanced her thing. Desna teaches that everything we do in our waking hours begins in our dreams. I wonder what my dream helped her understand. But whatever it was, may the goddess watch over her. Yeah, we pretty much reclaimed her, I think. Alright, I have to go. Watch yourself out there. Okay. 19 minutes. Should we check and see how our people are doing? Yeah, I've got level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Mythic things to get. I have to mythic up my A-team. And I got a lot of offline stuff to do here. Should we take a few minutes here and just see what's in our, see how bad our crusade is? Let's take a few minutes here at the end of the video and see how bad our crusade is. Took the whole army, so. Whoa, stuff just popped up on me. I got 100,000 morale increased by 30. That was Celia's senior comments. Yeah, that's the stuff I started before I left. What was the other? And I talked to him. That was events decrease. Young challenger. He's a pitiful, spineless young man, but on the commander stories, he'll become a true warrior. But his first battles have shown the commander's lessons have not been naught. He may still lack experience, but he does not have guts. But he does have guts. 500 military. Okay. So I've still got this to raise up leadership. A royal parade, which we probably should start. Get more points. Faded range of the colors. This one. That's that thing I found in the abyss. Development of the art of war. That's leveling up that. Strength of command. Leveling up leadership. Leveling up diplomacy. Ambitious debutante. Oh, that's getting him up 21 days. Not 21 days. Preachers. Trainable units by 7%. Heaven Warriors. That's leadership. Takes 2 days to get me some more Bovanic Divas. Yeah. Fate of the Wicked Dope. Xanthar's Experiments. Phylactery. Attractive Impulse. Ferocious Jumble. Fate of the Unholy Symbol of Robagog. And Distributing Provision. So we're back to that. Okay. I've got events sitting out here. So I've got reports. Let's do the reports. Thanks to the power of the war storm residing in the Demon Siege is much less bloody than it could have been. Enough soldiers survived the citadel to form a fighting detachment is now waiting for the commander's orders. Okay, so I've got some in the commander's absence, Juniors led by Queen Garden, but everyone remembered that the official title of leader in Crusade had not been taken from the commander. Gaulier attracted many warriors, and attachments of such volunteers arrived in the walls of Dresden. Got a little bit of army, it sounds like. And what's this execution? One of Dresden's jailers come to light. He secretly became a worshipper of Zon Kuthon, terrorized all the prisoners and learned magic allowed him to use his brutal punishments to leech the life force from his victims. If I punish the jailer, I get morale 25. If I encourage the jailer, all units gain terrifying. And I'm not the Lick, and I'm not Windawake, so I can't do those two. We're not going to do that right now. Let's hang on to that. So I have some kind of armies here. What have I got here? Crusader Army 5 is 100 Movanic Divas. Woohoo! What's Crusader Army 1 got? 17 archers and 32 champions. And Crusader Army 2 is 12 paladins. I've got a whole stack of Movanic Divas. So maybe I should mush some of these things together. Let's see, champions are glass cannons, right? Put the paladins. Let's put the champions on one corner, paladins on another. Try and get another foot soldier thing in here. So I try to have the healers on, you know, where they can heal the most people, so you can put them in there. Okay. That's army number 5. And I don't have any generals. I don't have any generals? Where are my generals? Can I grab my generals? Oh, jeez. 1, 2... It's going to take 3 days for my generals to get back. Oh, that's annoying. Annoying as heck. What's this? Call to arms adds to the target army with a total value of 750 times mythic rank. 750 times 8 is 6,000 points. Units that are already present in the army. So if you do it with just one unit, Should be able to get a bunch of these guys, right? All units to target army take 18d6 times my mythic rank, 18d6. So that's a minimum of 60, minimum of 48 times 8 physical damage. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Does take 13 days to get back. Replenish, recover the enemy general. 10, he gets 80 points back from me. Storm of Justice is a 7 days. Mark of Terror was 7 days. Party teleportation and amplify resistance. Okay. Master Organization. I can move an army to a point in the map. Ooh, that's cool. I picked up some stuff here. Wonder if you picked that up on all of them. Well, I really like this. Can I do that on this army? There. Ooh. 300 archers. Okay. They just came up to being a level 7 army all by themselves, and these guys got 3 units in them, including Malefic Devas. Okay, well, okay, we've got an army. First army is something. I gotta wait for my generals, though, I think. Alright, I can recruit, too. Okay. What have I got out here to recruit? I've got clerics. Only got 14,000 points. I can get 76 more archers. That'd be 7,600 points. And the clerics would be the rest. I think I'm going to hold off for a second. For 26 minutes, there was something I wanted to do. Did I already do it on this one? I was going to change how I have my things built. What do I have built here? Supply center, autonomous laboratory, and an inn. I want to build up my inns because the inn gives you 200 finance points, and these are all backwater things. So I'm going to go out here. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of my recruitment things. I'm going to change these backwater ones. I'm going to take down some and put some things up. So we're going to go to build. We're going to get rid of the stables. Keep the supply center. Get rid of the archery range. And the barracks here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build an alchemist laboratory, an inn, and a hospital. Alright, get out of here. And I've already done that one. There's a couple more down here that I want to do the same thing to. So I'm going to just do some quick shenanigans here. Then I'm going to build up like the stables and archery ranges elsewhere. Don't think I really need ground troops that badly. But sell. Sell. Sell this. And I'm going to build the same things here. Hospital and an inn. Alright, get out of here. So what I'm doing is I'm building up my... Gotta wait 3 days for my generals anyway. So I'm trying to build myself up to where I have... So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to do this one 5. Maybe 6 of them this way, and then I'll rebuild my archery stuff elsewhere. Okay, so enter here. We're going to do that here. Oh, this one's... Maybe I don't want to do this one. Gargoyle Canyon? Yeah, we'll just do it. Sell it. So we'll build an inn. Build a hospital. The alchemist thing is just giving me extra energy on all my generals, so. Okay. So that should be 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I was gonna do this one. Garrison stables. Archery range. Already got a hospital here. A supply center, so I need to build an alchemist laboratory and another inn. Alright, when 3 days, then I should have like 5 of these going. So I should get my my points up from, let's see, right now I'm getting 3,000 a day. It should be up by another 1,000 or so in 3 days, so I'll get a bunch more money back. I still have 10,000 here. So I can build up my armies here in a quick hurry. It's like leadership is ready to go up a rank. Logistics, I gotta figure out a way to build stuff. When those things come back online, I'll be up a bit. But I gotta build more buildings, it looks like. Diplomacy, at 270,000, and I'm at 1 million something. Military, definitely should be able to go up at least 1, maybe 2 levels. I have to get these all up to 10s, it sounds like, from my journal. Alright, let's get out of here. You're not going to let me go to my journal. Let's get out of here. We'll take a look at the journal and see all the stuff that we have to do here. Come on. Load the map! Alright, load the map. Alright, I've got Cascade of Fire. I have to go find Metassifin.
Should we rest now?
Yeah, we need to rest as well. This is the Malkatable Prison. Heart of the Fallen Land. I gotta go find the Queen. Lion, we must go rescue the Queen. I have to go talk to Lathamus and his thing up there. The Light Within. Okay, we gotta go to the Shrine of Pelura, I guess. Finian's Awakening. Yeah, I guess we can finally get to this. That's Regil. One Final Breath was that? And Darien. And this is Aru. And this was the end game thing. Says. So we got to capture all the regions of the world wound. Which means capture all the forts. The impending all-out engagement. Develop all aspects to the maximum. So I got to take all those things up to, I guess, level 10 maybe. And between the lines, I have to go talk to the storyteller. I needed to do this anyway with the storyteller. Alright, so I have a bunch of stuff to do. Okay. I am going to need to rest, and I am going to need to level up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up here. Then offline, I will go rest up. Nothing else in here? No. So I will go rest up, pull stuff out of my chest, do all that kind of stuff. We'll do that all offline. If you'd like to see the thumbs up button, you really like to see, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notify bell, be notified to upload videos and our scheduled streams. And like I said, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through those, through all that dialogue stuff. I probably will just kind of skip through the dialogues because you'll have heard it once. And just get to the point where I have to choose a mythic choice, and then you'll be able to see pick my mythic choice and then their reaction to my mythic choice, and then go through these cutscenes again afterwards. I'll do that for each of the other ones, the Gold Dragon and the Legendary Hero ones, so you guys can at least see what the different choices would be and what you look like. Right now, because I chose to become the stay on here, I got this, which lets me throw my spells. All 7th level and lower spells are quickened. So I've got some spells here. My angel spells. So I can take, like, that can be a quickened spell. My heals, which remove stuff, this all can be quickened. These can all be quickened, which is like protect my horse. I can do like a Repel the Profane as a quicken spell, which will mess up all the undead and evil outsiders and divine crashers devoted to evil entities. That'll mess up people. Pure Form, I can do that as a quicken to clear up myself. I've got another spell here. I've already got a Serenity and this. I don't know what I take. I have to figure out what I'll take here. So I have to take something there. 6th level, we've got the Heal, Joyful Rapture, and this Bolt of Justice. And this, I get another one of these too, so I have to figure out what I want to take here. All of those spells can be quickened spells, so that's kind of important. And then at the 8th level, these are not quicken spells, but I got a couple of interesting. It's like a Bolt of Justice, except it's all enemies, so I'll probably take that. It's not affected by spell resistance. They just have to make their saving throws. And maybe Solar Chains. Again, not affected by spell resistance. If I get through their reflex, I can make them be messed up. That is Gale Force of Life. All allies, like Breath of Life, that might be worthwhile taking. Avenger's Blessing. And I could do that too. So I've got some interesting choices there. So I got choices to make. All right. So I'm Dren608. Till we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.